Yeah, I know you want to fight. I don't know if you want to fight, but I am hiding you. Stop looking at me that way. No. If you turn your neck towards me one more time, I'm putting you back. That's it?
In this world, there are good wizards, bad wizards, mercenaries, dragons, and gods. AURORA meant the gods of the like button. Welcome back to Fairy Tale Origins.
Trust me, you're gonna be the first dragon that ever learns how to count. It's gonna be pretty crazy. Now, how many chance cubes have the light gods given us? Come on, you know the answer. There's one. No, not one. That was just the first one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and... no, not meat. Close enough, close enough. There are 12 chance cubes given to us by the light gods. One day you'll learn that, little dragon buddy. You'll learn to count. But we need to crack these open. Of course, we'll crack these open later, but maybe just one first. Now, careful, little guy. This can get ugly. Whoop. Gotta be safe with it. Hey! Maybe you're a good luck charm. I got a divine sword. Anyway, let's see if we can get back and see your brothers and sisters. We're back! And I got some meat for you. Who's this? That other egg must have hatched. Hey, I'm your mom / dad / best friend. I'm Xylo, and look. Let me just put you down over here, and look. I got meat. We can be best of friends, okay? There you go. I even got some dragon meal for everyone. Now I'm not gonna feed you all a bunch of dragon meal at once, but one for you, one for you, one for you, and one for you. There you go. 4 dragons. Now, of course, we have one named already. We have Jade over here. But we also need to name these other ones. We have 2 ice dragons and 2 fire dragons. Look at that. So, I think you're up first. Ooh, and you look real hungry. Get yourself some meat. You as well. Meat for you. You probably... Ah, I see. I guess that meal kind of empties your stomach out, but helps you grow. I understand. Dragon magic, all that kind of thing. But guys, I need to name one of you. You. It's gonna be you. So, I've been asking the gods what they think. And I've been thinking about it myself. I've been hanging out with this little white dragon, the prodigy of Aurora. And, not gonna lie, I keep accidentally calling her Aurora, and I feel like that's kind of rude, but the gods themselves have also suggested that the name Aurora should carry on. So, before I end up calling you 6 different names incorrectly, I'm going to give you the name, Aurora the Second. Now, I guess that doesn't usually pass down from, necessarily mother to daughter, but, I mean, you're a dragon. It can still work, right? Aurora the Second. Perfect. So we have Aurora the Second, Jade. We have this blue female dragon over here, and you're the only male here. So, we're going to need names for you two as well. Now, the gods have suggested names for you, and it looks like it's bouncing between 2 things. One could be Oreo. No idea where they got that name from. Seems like a silly name for a dragon, but it's kind of adorable at the same time. Oreo. The other name is Igneal, which kind of sounds cool and fiery. So, you let me know what you think, little baby dragon. The gods will let me know what they think, and we'll get that name all sorted out. But also, we need a name for you. Now, of course, all kinds of frosty, icy things come to mind, but I don't have anything super clever yet. If you're a guy, I might just name you Borealis, but I don't know if that's a female dragon name. It could be. We'll see what the gods think about that. But I think it's safest for you all to just go back in some horns for now, so we don't lose you, you don't do anything crazy. You all seem pretty well behaved right now, but, as soon as I walk out of this room, I know you're all going to be clawing at each other. Ah, see? I warned you. Alright, so Jade, you, and had to save this horn for you. But I guess you could ride around for a little bit. There you go. I will totally not play favorites. I'm not that kind of parent. Okay, I'm very much gonna be that kind of parent. So it seems we have been left a gift by one of the evil wizards. A little book from Sika. All it says is happy birthday and some sort of ancient scripture, which I haven't been able to decipher yet, but it's just made out of dirt. Can't tell what it means. But that's all there, and then there's a fire dragon skull, like a middle-aged fire dragon, like not even an adult fire dragon skull, and a bunch of bones. Now, I originally thought this was something one of the other good wizards did. You know, slayed a dragon, sure, proud of himself for killing a baby dragon, but I think what we need to do is just get rid of this. Because if the evil wizards think it's a source of, look at what we did, then, well, can't have that. So let's just get rid of all this, clean it up. Because I don't care about it. I mean, it's kind of insignificant, not really showing much power, but if they think they have power, then they may try things brash, and we don't want them to think they have power. I guess that'll be the end of that ancient scripture. But we have other things on the agenda. Of course, we could still always be attacked by some evil wizards. So let's go ahead and shield ourselves up and get ourselves a little bit of extra speed as well. So that way, if someone comes after us, we should be just fine. Ain't that right, Aurora the Second? Exactly. But we have a couple spells to make. Fortunately, I've already gotten those books prepared. We have Auroras Cry, I guess that might seem fitting for today, and a Thunderblade. Both some unique spells that should be able to help me out. So let's get all these horns up here. Actually, no, we want that horn down there, because that's yours, in case we need to quickly, you know, put you away. Because if we're attacked, I am hiding you. I am sorry. Yeah, I know you want to fight. I don't know if you want to fight, but I am hiding you. Stop looking at me that way. No. If you turn your neck towards me one more time, I'm putting you back. That's it. Back in the horn you go. Get out. And discipline. Hopefully that's how to be a good dragon parent. Anyway, we need to make the spell. So I'm doubting heavily that this has everything it needs. So let's go ahead and get our... Where's our... Seriously, people gotta stop taking my stuff. Well, we'll just reconnect it and assume that it works then. So we're gonna pair that with that. I don't even think it's the evil wizards stealing my stuff. I think it's the good wizards just unknowingly taking my things and not realizing how difficult they're making things for me. There we go. That's for that. And we can now go ahead and charge this up with a little bit of Intium. And everything should be functioning as intended. So, we need to make the spell. This is Auroras Cry. Now, rather than tell you guys what's in it, I think we're just going to start having it made. So let's get ourselves a rune. And throw it into there. Bloop. And now our little buddy is going to start making some things. Let's just make sure he's going to have all the ingredients. Let's keep that lever flicked, because I have a feeling he might need a few lever flicks. Oh, well, there's one already. Yeah, because we have 3 separate shape groups in here, and they're all going to need lever. So there's wave and lunar, and then lots of ice stuff. So let's see, nature essence, got plenty of moonstones, clocks, feathers. I should have all of that in there. Is there any rare oddities or anything I would need to add? The magic walls are probably the most difficult thing, but we should have plenty of them left over. Assuming other wizards haven't been taking all of my materials. But honestly, I don't think the other good wizards are going to be taking my materials for long, because it seems that Richie finally set up his own area here. So that seems good. He got his own ingredients here. He doesn't have the same setup that I have, but it should make it nice and fortunate. And he got his potions being made and all the other good stuff that you might need. He actually has 2 obelisks, which is interesting, but hey, to each their own. And he actually has an imbuement table over here when mine's in my house. So technically his area has, I think, more things than mine has, yeah. Well, if you don't count the whole Otherworld aura thing, which is kind of very important. So, we have ourselves the spells. Now, you're being real quiet. Oh. Let's go ahead and flick that for you. You can be a little louder if you want to. So, like, just gonna cast a quick little spell here. There you go. Now when you make the special tingle at the end, it'll all work out. So we got the clocks going in, more nature essence. and then it's going to be a bunch of moonstones, a whole lot of more ingredients to go. So I do want to show you guys the Thunderblade spell. The Thunderblade spell is essentially going to make a new weapon for me. And yeah, the sword is cool and all. It can like shoot at a range, but even still, it doesn't even kill things in one hit. Like watch. It lived. So we have to hit it a second time to finish it off. Although, there's no denying how cool this thing looks. But I do want to get a weapon that can do even more damage. Now Mario, he was able to craft a sword that actually is able to cut through my shield quite a bit. And I'm thinking I might be able to make something that rivals that. So, I can see all those swords and loot stuff through the ground. Spooky magic. But I want to make something that rivals that, so I have concocted this Thunderblade spell. Now, I've done some experimenting, and it's actually kind of limiting the amount of things you can put onto this sword. But it's binding self. This essentially gives me a sword, which has whatever effects I put on it, and I just have damage and dispel. Nothing too crazy. I don't think the dispel is even gonna work. Frankly, I don't even know if the damage works. All I know is that entangle wouldn't work, any sort of wave or chain effect wouldn't work. I could make an area of effect on it, but I couldn't really make it so that area of effect wouldn't hit me. And although I can take it, I'm not really excited about the concept of hitting myself every time I swing my sword. So we did not do that. Do we have ice? Yeah, we got ice. Haven't made any ice spells in a little while. Oh, our shield just wore off. I really like that I have haste on the new shield spell, because now I can actually see, like, when I slow down, that's when I need to reapply my shield, instead of just having to rely on, you know, checking the timers and all things like that. Alright. Man, ice spells freeze things up, don't they? Come on. Hey, there you go. And you evil little creepy spirit gave me some loot. What do we have? Pumpkin seeds. Of course I'm made of pumpkin seeds. At least my stupid ugly version is. Anyway, we can test out this spell now. Auroras Cry. So, what do we want this to look like? Well, Frosty Breath. Sounds like a good bet. Let's go ahead and go with that. Yeah, I like it. So, this spell has, of course, a few different ways to cast it. One is not really going to be possible for me until I'm much stronger, but I thought it'd be fun to have as a possibility. I think to give everyone the full effect of it, nah, we'll save that for a special moment. But let's just say the next version of this is at least 5 times more powerful than this version. Now, I may actually need a target for it to work properly, so let's actually go use it indoors, since it'll work just fine wherever I use it. So, how you guys doing? Oh, that's not a good thing. Oh, you were a fast little thing. Oh! Ah, come on, you can do better than that. This spell does do some stronger things. And, it's only doing a temporary blizzard in that place, but as you can see, even that was more than enough. Now what it should do is along the entire area I cast it, do some blizzard. Maybe that's only for the more advanced level of the spell. Oh, that time, it stretched a little further. I can't wait to show you guys this later, because since Aurora is an ice dragon, this spell is even more powerful at night. So, let's just say when that sun goes down, it's gonna be pretty impressive. But while we're waiting for that, and in fact, I guess I can't really wait for that, so let's just cast the spell. Because time doesn't exactly move. We made this spell, called Eclipse, where we banish the sun and summon the moon. And summon the moon. There we go. Now I can show the full version. Might as well use it in here while we have some targets available. So, now, oh, we probably shouldn't have taken that out of the book. Huh, I guess we didn't want to replace it with something else. We'll replace Whirlwind Matrix with Auroras Cry right here. Now the powerful version of it. Let me get my burnout all reduced. Since I'm not wearing any armor, it's going slower than it normally would, but I'll show you guys some of the armor option after this. And close enough. We just need to see it once. And whoa! What? That wasn't what I'm supposed to do. It just flickered out. Come on, this spell has to be worthy of Aurora. I'm sure it'll work soon. It's just, you know, let's get the armor on just so we can get some faster casting going on here. Because it does use a lot of my mana. I certainly wanted it to be worthy of Aurora, so it certainly should be, and will be. Let's just climb up our little mountain here, and climb up to here to look at the armor. So we have options here. You of course have probably seen most of this before. We have Botania armor. I went with the blue, would probably be what I run with, because, you know, lightning arcs can be blue, and, well, the other ones are kind of hideous. There's our classic battle mage armor. There is our, well, white and gold paladin armor. I'm not so fond of the helmet here. And then we have our exosuit from Psy Metal, which they're all decent, but the Psy Metal one might have some other bonuses to it, as may the Botania one. It's really just what we want to go with. So if I do wear the Psy Metal one, then I probably will also not wear the helmet all too often, and it'll look kinda like this. So it looks pretty nice, but I thought the wings don't really match with this like purplish white. So I might even have to change my shirt that I'm wearing as well. So what I have discovered is I can put on a new tiara, and it's pretty good. Yes. So now I have white wings and, well, a crown of sorts, a halo, just radiating around my head. Now, although I like the other wings better, I gotta say this halo is pretty nice. So that's a certain possibility. I kind of like the yellow wings though, because, you know, they can kind of be seen as lightning bolts. But, you know, there's many options available. Of course, I can also use the white with the white and gold armor. However, the white and gold armor also matches really nicely with the yellow wings because of the golden wings. So, this might be my favorite armor. It's a little clunky, it's a little heavier than most armor I would like to wear, but that shoulder pad is pretty good, and it keeps my hands free, so I can do all kinds of spell casting and movement. And it matches the wings, that's pretty important as well. It's just kind of flat and blocky. But I guess that's so it has proper protection. The helmet itself is actually kinda cool too, but once again, it's a little much for me. So, we'll only wear that in dire circumstances. So, let's go ahead and put that all back. And then finally we have our battle mage armor, which you've seen before, which is not finally because we also have ourselves this armor. So let's go ahead and grab that. Won't even bother with the helmet. And this is okay. Maybe I'd have to use the white wings with this as well. I'm not entirely sure. Doesn't really necessarily make it better. And the blue wings that I have looked into just look a little too icy. This might be too much of an ice mage vibe, actually. So, there's options. We have options to work with. However, I think for now we're just going to run around in some battle mage armor because that is already all souped up and fully upgraded. We also, of course, have our gloves and our necklace there in case times of war. But I kind of like walking around without the gloves and necklace because they give it away when I'm being invisible. And we don't want to give things away when I'm being invisible. So all of these armors actually have, like, mostly more or less the same protection level. And the protection level itself isn't very important to me. It's really just being able to add the enchants, such as mana regeneration, bonus magic stuff. That's really what I'm looking for. I could be wearing anything. I could be wearing a robe for all I care. It's just robes are a lot less stylish than this. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to decide what I want to wear. Anyway, let's go test out this spell again. Since I did cast the moon spell, this should be counting as night, so it shouldn't fizzle out. Let's try it again. Let's try jump casting. It is not working very well. I can't cast the final version of it. Let's try the little version of it again. Yeah, that's working, but it should... There is no reason that the more advanced spell should be doing less than the cheaper spell. Gonna have to get all sciencey with my magic soon. Yeah, because right now it's just a quick quick little burst, and that is absolutely not what we're looking for. However, I do say I love the mana regeneration and burnout reduction bonus. Everything moves along so quickly. Yeah, something's wrong with this. I'm gonna have to mess with it. I guess since that spell didn't work, we're gonna have to start making that Thunderblade to test it out, because we can't have, you know, a fail going down. That would be ridiculous. Let's see, there we go. And flick that on. And how'd you get in here? Huh. Let's go ahead and try an Auroras Cry against you. I mean, as short-lived as it is, it certainly takes care of any problems. It does a lot of damage. There's also the possibility where it just forces all of the damage into the one quick burst, which could be nice, but I really wanted a trailing effect on it. I'm not sure why it's not working properly. Because it should be. Yeah. Oh well. We'll tinker with it. Anyway, we have ourselves a book. We probably need to power that up again. It may still have some power left over. I don't want to put the horn in there. I'm not crazy. And put that right into there. And get a rune to create this spell. Oh, yep. Just going to be casting that for a while now. Until it works. That's what we needed. So, let's get a rune. And this spell should be a lot faster since it's so few ingredients. And there we go. We actually can't let the little bag be in the way there of the seeds. Very, very important pumpkin seeds. So it just takes like some stuff like a sword. We actually do need to add an ingredient to it, which I have a couple prepared right here, which is a binding catalyst. So the binding catalyst, what it does is whatever sort of item we make it into, this will be what the spell will summon to our hand. So in this case, I want to make a sword. So we'll throw that in right now. We'll let him continue his work. But I can also do it with things such as a bow or even a shovel if I wanted to. Now, I can't imagine many spells I would want to put on a shovel, but hey, maybe I could do a crazy dig spell with a shovel, and it would be even more effective than a dig spell. It's just I don't see why I would make a spell to, you know, get an item that makes me do a spell. That seems a little too much work for the same effect, but maybe it's more effective. I don't necessarily know. Let's see, so he's going to continue that. It should almost be done, because right now it's putting the lightning damage in. Actually, yeah, then it's going to have to put triple damage in as well, so maybe it will take a little bit of time. So on top of the armor that we've been working on, we also have been using our baubles. Our ring is constantly draining 10 power. Our necklace has been draining a lot of health regeneration power because we've been charging up some of that other armor with levels. And this also drains very slowly, but obviously we do a lot of running and jumping, so the speed helps. So I need to recharge these things. I'm hoping that guy will be fine to make the spell on his own while I fly over to here. I don't think anything should blow up while I'm gone, but you never know. So let's go ahead in here. We can go ahead and, actually I guess, yeah, let's store our experience. Almost to 100 levels in there. And then we can just flick some more. So, this is still all very charged up. We can go ahead and throw the ring in there, and it'll slowly be charged with all of this pretty much raw experience power. And as that goes in, I shouldn't really have to worry about these going out too quickly, because this seems to work. And that's only 44 levels worth of experience, which is a lot, but considering the amount of zombies that I kill in our guild hall, and the amount of just growing experience I can do with plants, I think it's fine that this happens. Ooh, I think we're about to go. Oh, nope, it's all done. So now we can get the pendant in there. And the pendant is just one of those things that doesn't really tick too often. I'm surprised it ticked as much as it can, but I suppose it's, you know, getting hit by all the zombies and stuff while getting my armor trained up is what really did it. So that is going to be close enough. Yeah, we'll let it finish up. And then finally the belt. And then essentially, that should keep all my stuff tip-top shape, as I can just sit here and get some experience, and be able to use the wands and stuff as much as I would like to. And I can just keep this stuff running, because this is actually not difficult at all. I thought it might be silly to keep wearing the belt at all times. You've probably seen me take it on and off a few times, but that really wasn't that bad. So, let's go over here, try to cast Auroras Cry again. Ha! Man, that's really disappointing. Well, maybe the more advanced... Well, if that version doesn't work, the more advanced version won't work. It's almost like it's casting it like a wall spell. Oh. Oh! Hello there, creeper. How you doing? You don't mind if I do a little Auroras Cry on you, do you? It's actually saying it'll only cost 67,000 for the most expensive version, so with the proper mana taps, I could feasibly cast it right now. But let's go ahead and just end you. That time, no, it still did the same thing. This is strange. Testing and actually using it is always very different with magic. Magic is hard to work with sometimes. But that spell's just about done. Let's just double check Auroras Cry. Because yeah, it's just waves, yet it's behaving like a wall. Which is very strange. And then of course it just has lots of ice stuff on it, like blizzard, freeze, frost damage. And I think that's it. But I don't know. Maybe there's something inhibiting our magic here. Maybe it's too powerful, which is certainly possible. Alright, now we have this spell. As you see, it only costs 500 to cast. So let's go ahead and get a nice little lightning sword. I think this is the most obvious one. Actually, let's use this one. Thunderblade! And now this little guy seems to want to help us test it out. So I summon Thunderblade! Alright. That looks pretty cool. Now I have this nice little sword. It's not too fancy looking, and I'm not exactly wielding it like a sword. It's more of just wielding it like I would a spell. But let's see if I can one-shot this guy. Or miss completely. Interesting. I think I know what the problem is with this. Let me look at my extra hearts here. I have 53. Ah. Darn it. This spell is also a fail. I think you can test some things. So when I swing this spell at something, it makes the damage go to me. And I think we can test if the dispel works, actually, by hitting ourselves with the dragon skin shield, casting the Thunderblade, and let's hit a target. And yep, it has dispelled all of our benefits. So everything works on it aside from the damaging an opponent. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is change it so the spell will be binding, and then I guess it's on self, but maybe that's why the AoE effect wasn't working. So this might actually be what I'm looking for. So binding, AoE, then, you know, lightning damage, and so on and so forth. So I'll remake this. I don't even have to really bother showing every detail of that, because you guys know what I'm doing. And that should give us something good enough. But for now, this spell is broken. Now if we get rid of the sword, the spell itself should also be removed. Let's get that book out of here and get rid of this Thunderblade, because it's a fail. Now I'm going to hold on to Auroras Cry, because theoretically it should work. It's just not working, which is disappointing. Maybe I'll see if, maybe since Richie's more of an ice wizard, he would know some more about it. Because it's working somewhat. It's just not working to the potential I wanted. And yeah, it's just a quick burst, while it should be a long strafe of frost breath. So, I think it's time for us to go ahead and take a chance on some cubes. So, the light gods have been fortunate enough, or kind enough, to grant us 12 of these. That's 12,000 likes. So thank you very much. You give us challenges to overcome. And I have extra hearts. I don't have my shield, but I think I'll be fine. We can actually just go ahead and put away all of our dragons. And yeah, they'll say it is. Those are just spare empty horns. And our spell book. And I think that's all that we really have to... Well, I'm going to be honest. Getting a new phylactery made with fire dragon was kind of annoying. But we can slowly work on that now. It's only a couple souls in there. Oh! Looks like it's time to test a spell. I kind of really want to test the spell. It's the downside of removing my book. I really want to use it when I'm up against this stuff. But yeah, it just seems to... It certainly is powerful. Don't get me wrong, it's just not as powerful as I would expect. Alright, another one. Hey, another armor stand. A fishing rod. Anything special about this fishing rod? Nope. Still some lurking creepers and zombies and creatures. See a little bow. Ooh, and an arrow sitting there. Let's fire this bow since we already got like 12 of these. Well. R.I.P. Cluckington. Nah, I won't kill you. Oh, this bow's actually surviving. That's impressive. Alright, we have some armor and gold things. We have some of that. Oh. Ooh, okay, so we have redstone. Inventory bomb. Aha! That's terrible. That is terrible. All of our things that we have been destroyed. Our armor, everything. But our spellbook and dragons are safe. And that's the important thing. Hero Brian, yeah, you think you can mess with me after what just happened? Alright, light gods. You win this round. You win this round. Darn it. Insult to injury.